Hi, I'm Laura from youngwritersworkshops.com, and I'm going to talk about how to write a sports story. You want to begin by thinking about where the story is going to be published. If it's going to be published, you might want to think about who your audience is, who you're writing about. If you're writing for really knowledgeable sports readers, you might have a different tone than if you're writing for young children or people who aren't very aware of the latest news in sports. So think about your audience and think about the tone that you want to use, and that is again going to be based on who your reader is. The typical sports writer tone tends to be very relaxed and use a lot of slang and jargon. So if you're writing for experienced sports readers, you might have a different tone than if you're writing for a novice audience. So observe some of the forms of sports writing, emulate the ones that you really admire and feel like you want to try to be more like. So always be aware of what's out there and use those as models. Now, a sports story can be an opinion story, or it could be an expose of something that's happening in sports, or it could be a profile. So follow the formats that you've seen before, and be sure to include a lot of interviews or expert quotes, because in the world of sports, you want to include expert thought. You don't want to make things up. You want to include what's already out there, and be sure to quote properly the people that you do interview. Be sure to think about how you can use photographs or illustration in your story. A sports story can have a lot of action shots, so think about where you'll get these photographs and how to use them in the story, how to use them to make your story more interesting, to really highlight a point, or if it's a profile, use a shot of a person, the star that you're interviewing, that really shows off their capabilities. So those are some ideas about how to write a sports story.